Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, let's get on and do a midweek Celtic Cross. This is going to look at any collective issues. Do you reckon there's some collective issues out there going on? Okay, but I did feel like kind of saying, not lady in waiting or ladies in waiting, but we are like divine beings in waiting. Okay. It's 12:21. There's that mirror. I'm going to pull a Angels of Light card because I feel I want to have a look at the assistance that's around light workers at the moment. So we know that they're going, not just around light workers, but around our earth. Light workers. Okay, that's us. But then we have the angels and we have the fairies and we have the spirit animals. Okay, I will get this out once I stop itching. Oh, we got a squeaky chair again. When's it going to stop doing that? It will stop. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to have a look at the tarot to go. On the move. Tarot on the move. That's going to be for the Celtic Cross. But first, I just want to have a look and just see if we can have a look at what the collective story is that Divine wants us to address. Detachment. Okay, so this is what we need to focus on. According to spiritual law, you can have anything your heart desires. Okay, so according to spiritual law, you can have anything your heart desires. However, if your happiness, sense of security, or feeling of power depends on someone or something in your life, then you are attached to that person or thing, and it is a chain which binds you to a lower frequency and keeps you stuck. Your guidance is to ask the angels to help you cut the cords that tie you to people, things, and emotions. When all attachments are released, you can no longer be manipulated emotionally. This enables you to reclaim your power and be genuine. Free your spirit and that of others. Let go now. Affirmation, I release everyone and everything. My spirit is free. I'm very detached from this situation. So whatever happens, if anyone makes their transition, I just have no attachment to people, including my children. Okay, the only person I can really take care of is me and my own vibrational alignment. And obviously guide others and be that example, but I am not in control of anyone else's vibration. Now, we've been letting go of this time, money, the fear of death, the fear of being alone, and look what's happened. We've been quarantined. We've been separated. Detachment. Okay. So when all attachments are released, you can no longer be manipulated emotionally. This enables you to reclaim your power and be genuine. Free your spirit and that of others. Let go now. Right, so I'm going to use the there's conflict on the bottom here. It's got hot all of a sudden again. Okay. Let me pull this Celtic Cross. You can have a quick story from the book. There's no point in getting attached to anything, guys. Right now. Let's have a look at the issue then, the collective issue. The legacy, being happy, being that role model, being contented. Okay. So this will come when you stop striving for it so much. Well, the challenge is the Hermit. So this is most definitely a time of going within solitude. We've got the moon here that's up the right way. It's up the right way. I was only thinking this morning. I was thinking, well, if it's time to make, my transition, I actually thought to myself, apart from my children, I'll be here dying alone. Because there's no family members or friends that are really in contact, or I'm not saying concerned, I don't want them to be concerned about me, but if there was something up, no one would really be aware of it. Well, apart from anyone watching the channel and keeping tracks that way. But it is like kind of dying alone. I actually think that depending on your environment, seeing as obviously I've helped my husband through his transition and I'm seeing the chaos that can come from that, preparing for someone's transition. The fear, just all the pain and the sadness. I don't think I'd want that around me. Now we've got the moon for the past energy, and then we have the legacy again as the now energy. Future, resurrection. Behind the scenes, the King of Cups. That's the Divine Masculine choosing love here. Love over war. How he's feeling. Oh, very unhappy and discontented. He's quite upset here. I've said this before with this card, since Christmas. He's just been really in hermitage. A lot of crying, a lot of purging, a lot of thinking for the masculine. How this is affecting others or how others are viewing the Divine Masculine. He's down. That's it. He's done in. It's too much for him. It's like he's all weathered out. The storm. It was very stormy. Hopes or fears? Wow. Ace of Cups, unconditional love, the Hangman, contemplating this, like really being enlightened by it. And then we have the Knight of Swords, an awakening. He just comes charging in. It's like the masculine knows he needs to come charging in. Outcome? Three of Swords, mend a broken heart. And I think it's his broken heart. Bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles. Hi Jasp, I can see you, darling. I can. You're wet. You're wet, darling. Is it raining? Mr. Fix-It came up. Get to work on fixing this. Looks like a long, big, like stick of marshmallow. That makes me feel as if, because it reminds me of like a candy cane, and then it took me to a marshmallow, so it's taken us to like Candyland. And I've taken to the Candyman. The Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Okay, he's the Candyman. I imagine there's probably a horror movie, which I would not ever have seen. I don't participate in the movies. Emily was watching it yesterday, and it was like, oh, I'm going to go upstairs. I'm not going to watch it. She's like, come on. I'm like, no. This is a good Candyman. Okay. Two sides, isn't there, to every story, title. I found that yesterday. Songs were coming through. First of all was I Adore You. So who's the new person that's done it? Harry. Okay, Out of One Direction. That came up, but then so did Miley Cyrus. Adore You. So it was like there was two different versions of the story. I had Jess Glynn come through with But it wasn't Jess Glynn that come through, it was the Beatles. I wanna hold your hand. So when I googled it, Jess Glynn come up as well. And you look at both of them and it's like, there's two different stories going on here. Two different versions of kind of like the same emotion. Try not to claw me too hard. Gently, gently, softly, softly. And then the marshmallow took me to the masculine kind of saying, stop being so soft. Like having to deal with this love. Okay, interesting reading. Detachment. Well, let's have a look and see what the fairies and the archangels want to say. I'm in no rush. We don't really have anywhere to go, do we now, guys? Just some time to figure some stuff out. What do you reckon, Jess? Look. You let your hair grow. Can you see? Your hair doesn't grow that long, does it? You don't have to go for a haircut, do you? I've had 2 messages today, guys, talk about not being able to escape it. One was from Domino Pizza, okay, delivery service. And then I had another one from the hairdressers. They were all to do with this virus. I didn't open them up to see what they had to say. Anyway, okay, the hairdressers, that's why they come in. Don't know what's going on with the hairdressers. Okay. Just come up as a little banner, but I could see what it was about. Reassuring our customers. Okay, then. I just thought of 2, like, kind of places to get in touch. It was quite amusing. But it was them 2 this morning. Schools are still fine, I believe. Emily is off. I didn't think she'd go today. She's at college all day. I think she's going because she's going to miss it if they do close down. She's quite enjoying it at the moment, college. So she has gone today. Let's have a look at this legacy, guys. Like, this is the issue that we're looking at. Are we really happy? Are we really fulfilling our legacy that we're here to fulfill? Leave, create, generate. So first of all, I'm going to have a look and see what the fairies want to say, because they're here assisting. I see them out the corner of my eye. They're helping the Divine Masculine. So the fairies are around the King of Autumn, the Divine Masculine. It says compassionate, accomplished, charismatic and gifted. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way, a good person or company to work for. Okay, so Divine Masculine really needs to be a role model. This is a good person to be around, okay, to listen to work with. It makes you feel good, optimistic, hope. There's a Divine Masculine. Archangels, how are you assisting the Divine Masculine? So the fairies are around him, helping him to be compassionate, to feel accomplished. He's got some charm going on here. He's charismatic and he's very gifted. Okay, so he knows his position. He's claimed his position. Let's see what the angels want to say. They say the 3 of Michael. Release the past. You will grow from this situation and time heals all wounds. We're seeing as the outcome is this card. But is the Divine Masculine running out of time? Time heals all wounds. Release the past, you will grow from this situation. So we've got the detachment here. I want to say from our old life. It's been taken away anyway. All that we've ever known. How we do things. So you may as well embrace it and just go with the flow. No attachment to anything. Hand over to the divine. They're in charge here. Release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. So, heartbroken divine masculine. Wanting his legacy. Wanting his happily ever after. Wanting the abundance. Confirmation. Feels like he's having a good bark at himself. He could be a bit snappy. Just frustration with himself. What's the doggy doing? Lots of crying here. It's like the divine feminine. She's locked up in the moon here. You can't get to her. I can come in a bit closer so you can see. That's the past energy. What did it say about the past? Release the past. A lot of purging. Okay. Let's move on to the block, which is the Hermit. That's any challenges. Actually coming out of solitude. Raising his head and facing his destiny. Especially as we've got the King of Autumn with the King of Pentacles with 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles here. We haven't just got the Ace of Pentacles. The Aces are what the universe offers you. It says now's your opportunity. It's available to you if you wish to take it. It's not a major arcana. Which means that the universe hasn't stepped in, but it's offering. And it's offering the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the opportunity for a resurrection, and the Ace of Cups, unconditional love. They're offering you the Holy Grail. You can see. But we're going to look at this Hermit. Let's see what the fairies are saying about Mr. Divine Masculine in Hermitage and how they are assisting him. The Five of Autumn. So they're assisting him with the transition, the Five of Pentacles. It's when you leave that old life and you hand over to your spiritual journey. It says reach out to others for assistance. So the Divine Masculine is very much alone. He's being guided to reach out for assistance, whether that's with the Divine Feminine. It says poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. It's all got a bit much. It's like the Divine Masculine doesn't really know. He does know what to do. He needs to lift his head because he's being offered all of that he feels he's lacking. The abundance is there, the assistance is there, and as for a career, this is more of your purpose. This is what you're here to be. So they're helping the Divine Masculine. It's all about this detachment here, guys. Archangels, how are you helping the Divine Masculine? The 10 of Gabriel. Ask your angels for helpful people. He wants to be with the Divine Feminine. It feels as if it's only the Divine Feminine that can really help and understand him now. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load, working too many hours and trying too hard to please others. Stay on the table, darling. It's just the Divine Feminine that's here. Not just that, but we have the masculine. I felt like knocking. Now this one's a wiser one. She looks a lot older than him. But I felt as if it is the Divine Feminine. He looks quite old though. I think he feels like immature at heart. A bit lost, like a lost boy. But he's feeling quite aged and old. And then we've got the 6 of Ariel that came out as well. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. You find the balance here, look. So they're helping the Divine Masculine very much to find the balance, to get through this transition and to realise that there is help available. Don't bite me. I love you, don't bite me. It's purring and biting me at the same time. It's like them doggies. Feels like the Divine Masculine's definitely in a purge. Well, let's have a look at this past energy. The Moon, it's about secrets, tapping into your intuition, everything that's hidden coming to the surface. And then you have a good cry. It's like, woe is me. You feel sorry for yourself. There's no one to help you, no one to understand, no one to comfort you. It's like bullshit. Just not on the microphone, darling. I get that maybe you don't want me to talk about this, but you need to get off the microphone. And don't push that screen over. Not the microphone. I'll get up and put you down. Okay, let's move on to the Moon then. Past position. Okay. Crying over the star. Come here. Good boy. It's like you mean the moon and the stars to him. Look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. Divine Masculine knows the Divine Feminine can assist him. It's just his own pride, ego, past pain getting in the way. Okay, Archangels, what would you like to say? What's gone on in the past? The Divine Feminines look to the future with hope and optimism. It's the Divine Masculine that's struggling with that one at the moment. Nine of Michaels, sleepless nights. Just thinking, contemplating. Feels like it's so much about being stuck at home here, like you're trapped in a prison. Because we've got the Nine of Swords and then we move on to the Ten of Swords in a minute. How this is affecting others and how others are viewing the Divine Masculine. Okay, so past, your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, worry, or worry to your angels. Big purge here that's gone on. It's like he feels as if he's lost his star, his moment. What have I done? Well, the opportunity now is you've done nothing wrong. Everything was in order. You will learn and grow from your past. That was its meaning. But you're being offered the Ace of Pentacles. It's not a time to give up hope now. A new dawn's coming. Unity. The Hierophant. Do the right thing for the right reason, and when you find your balance, so material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways, acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. Do the right thing for the right reason. Then it comes in. Compare traditional verses and new approaches to see which works for you, a spiritually minded community. That's your choice. If you want all those things that you feel you're lacking, surrender. It's all there, but you need to do the right thing for the right reason. Look at the children here listening to him telling stories. That's how I look at it. It's like there's a story to be told. And it ends fantastically. Even if it's been a shit one. To start with, it's like it doesn't have to end that way. You turn that story around and you make that a magical story. And you make that past worthwhile. Otherwise you're going to be stuck with a really shitty story. The story may have been shitty, but you can turn it around when you learn the lesson. It's like we beat ourselves up for not getting it right. Okay. People respect people who do the right thing for the right reasons. And you've got the Nine of Gabriel, the Nine of Wands. We've already had the Nine of Wands out. With the burden. Oh no, that was a 10. Sorry. Oh, this one's spiritual strength. It was the Ten of Wands. We've got the Divine Masculine. Stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. Wow. Look at this assistance. He looks so happy. It's like going back to like, how can we like look after ourselves? How do we provide for ourselves? You have to be prepared for that. That's what detachment is. Okay, it's all coming, look. In unexpected ways. Be prepared for any possibility. The divine knows what it's got reserved for us. So we got the resurrection into the future energy. The right time. That victory wreath there, you're going to know. Because there's too many clouds in this reading. And if you have a look, there is going to be an insight. There's going to be a clearing. There's going to be a sign. Then it's going to be time to be victorious. Got the victory wreath now. Fairies, how are you helping the Divine Masculine in the future? Renewal. Review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future. Understanding your life purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and others. That's beautiful for the masculine here. Look. Renewal. Archangels. The World. 20, which is judgment. 21 is the World card. That's it. All wrapped up. It's all done. Renewal. Review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future. Understanding your life purpose. Releasing judgments of yourself and others. It's time to resurrect. The World. A very happy ending. Coming full circle. Spiritual growth and insight. Beautiful. That's all I have to say. Beautiful. Behind the scenes, King of Cups, the Divine Masculine, embracing love. Very Candyland. Just the colours. There's even pink like at the bottom of his cup here. Maybe it's bubblegum flavour. Okay. Look at the stars. Are they stars or are they starfish? They look like starfish. So feeling quite watery, emotional, embracing this love. Do the right thing. Do the right thing for the right reason, for love. Fairies. The Lovers. Look, there's a marriage here. True love that is long-lasting, choices made from the heart, and a return to good health. Divine Masculine was looking quite old in the Hermit, but he's kind of knocking at the Divine Feminine's door. She looks very wise. And she's giving him bread. This connection, when we're past all the past hurt and heartache and embrace this holy grail and unconditional love. So young and energetic, it's like a rebirth. It says here renewal, unity, the lovers. It's beautiful. Harmony, bliss, archangels. How are you helping the Divine Masculine behind the scenes? This looks like the, because it's behind the scenes, this is the marriage that's already taken place energetically. There just needs to be unity within the physical now. Knight of Michael, in he comes. Knight of Swords, we've already got him in hopes or fears, but it's time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion and sudden changes. Looks like the feminine's here. Knight in shining armour. Wow. Strong, committed, intellectual and diligent. So the feminine is already in the star. Hi, come over here. Good boy. Come on in. The feminine is already in the star energy in the past. So she was already looking to the future with hope and optimism. That's why I believe the divine masculine has to act quickly. It's like you don't really know where she's going to be taken. But she's ready to act. Oh, look how I've covered up the feminine bride. It's like if the divine masculine doesn't make this claim, the divine feminine will be, she's following divine guidance. He knows that her legacy is coming, her reward, her abundance. Time to move quickly, choose logic over emotion, sudden changes, and I felt here as if he had to stop being so soft. Just the marshmallow made him feel a bit squishy. A bit squishy. Don't bite me, please. I'm trying to be nice to you. How's the divine masculine currently feeling? On edge. The 3 cups are there. It's like he's got no excuses and now he's really contemplating. I'm not even going to give you eye contact, Jasper. I don't want to upset you. Okay? I'm trying to love you. So I'm just going to ignore it. And just like the masculine is ignoring the love. He isn't really. He's having a think. He looks so down in the dumps. What does he do? Let's have a look at what the fairies would like to say. The 9 of Winter. He really is hoping that the divine feminine is praying and wishing for him as well. That he is her wish. We've got unfounded fear for the masculine here. Focusing on worst case scenarios. Allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. You mustn't do this at the moment, divine masculine. It's one thing divine feminine would tell you. No, you need to have hope and optimism right now. Not unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. But I think the worry has kind of got out of control. He doesn't know what the divine feminine's doing. It's like she's alone. So what can he do? We've got the masculine in the past, who's exactly the same. Look at them both. And they know it. They're connecting at night time. It's like the feminine is trying to sleep. Look at all her pillows. Looks a bit like my bed. The masculine looks like he's not even attempting to go to sleep. He's just in this state of... The divine feminine here, it's like wishing upon a star. Well, she's looking at the moon here. Look how the light looks like it's coming down over his bed. The enlightenment. The divine masculine, this is getting to him a bit too much now. So let's have a look at what the archangels would like to say. I don't know how you're still purring, Jas. How are you still purring? Oh, we've got the legacy. It's like I was looking at him as if it's like because you cause me issues. You cause me issues like this. What this issue? 10 of Pentacles, okay? This is, well, clarifying the unhappiness. Unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. So divine feminine, do not do that because your masculine will be picking up on it. 10 of Pentacles, look, feminines are here, kids are here. Kids are, let's just try not to, let's try and speak properly. The kids are here. Paris, future plans. Good time to learn a language maybe. For where you want to go travelling. Lots of coffee, kids are at home. Divine feminine's chatting. Okay, that's how it is at the moment. Looks like feminine's children, feminines and the children are kind of They're not with the masculine. They're amusing themselves. He looks ever so alone here. Okay. So how is this affecting others, or how they're viewing the divine masculine? In come the clouds. It's all too much. He's down. I wouldn't be surprised if he can't stop crying. If he just has to excuse himself, it just comes over him and he has to go and deal with it. And if either just like bury his face. Oh, it looks like he's got beads here. Like he's actually, we've got kids here. We've been picking up on this, spending time with children because they're at home, you know, trying to occupy them, projects, keeping them busy, keeping their mind off fearful thoughts, getting them tapped into their creative juices. And even though you're trying, it's hard when you're on your own trying to do that. And it's like he's got beads here that are falling off of his... It's like he had a headband on that was made of beads. It's like he's just lost it completely. Overwhelmed in fear. Just wants to give up. Okay. And that's how others are viewing him. So his children may be looking at him as looking quite old, quite worried, concerned. The children will pick up on this. Especially if you're trying to be optimistic and hopeful, but inside you are like kind of riddled with all this fear. 10 of Autumn. It's bloody legacy again. Just keeps coming up. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Look, he wants it just to be like, during this quarantine, just to be lovely and fruitful at home. It's all these pears hanging from the tree. A bird feeder. It's not made out of it's like a snail's shell. So this has been slow in coming. It says, okay, this was for, so the Divine Feminine is at the 10 of Pentacles here. The Divine Masculine is looking very alone, okay? And he's now contemplating. Here he is, he's down. We've got the legacy now. Looks like there's a Cupid here that's just about to shoot an arrow. There's fairies everywhere. Take steps to ensure the financial security of your children or other loved ones, making wise investments or planning for retirement, honouring family traditions. Okay, so the honouring family traditions. It did say with unity here, compare, this is the now, compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. This is his own family traditions that are holding him back, rather than going for this new spiritual way of abundance, to abundance. Changing your whole attitude, your whole lifestyle. Take steps to ensure the financial security of your children or loved ones, and making wise investments or planning for retirement. Retirement like starts now. It's a pleasure to work. It's not a chore. It's a pleasure to serve. And you'll understand that when you stop serving, then it will be time for your transition. Everyone stopped. Archangels. What's going on with the Divine Masculine here? Ace of Ariel. It's the Ace of Pentacles, guys. Ace of Pentacles. Divine Masculine, it's your lucky day. New resources of money, time or support. A change in job or promotion. They're really helping you. It's your lucky day. The Ace of Pentacles with the 10 of Pentacles. There's no other option, really. This storm has got to you. Hopes or fears. Unconditional love. The Holy Grail. He's got it here in his hands behind the scene. He just needs to move quickly now. Here he is, he's not moving, he's in the Hangman. He's moving now. But he needs that flash of insight. It will come. I'm going to say any day. Oh, the reading did say that on Thursday there might actually be some movement. Unions taking place. When I've done the working week, day by day. Day to day. Okay. Fairies. Divine Masculine's hopes or fears. Is he going to make it in time? Will he leave it too late? 7 of Autumn. He's sitting there still thinking. He's been thinking since autumn. Have patience and don't worry. Time to rest and plan your next steps. A prudent investment of time or money. But where do you want to invest your time and money now? If you have any. Well, I imagine you've got lots of time. The abundance might be lacking a little bit. Got the 5 of Pentacles. You're going through the transition. Lots of time on your hands, and so what are you going to do? Still sitting there on this pumpkin. See, it's autumn. It must be time. You are playing with time now. Choose logic over emotions. It's like the Divine Masculine really needs to get a grip here. Either purge it out, or just be brave and courageous and just make that move. You've got the Page of Raphael. Gentle, loving, dreamy and open-hearted. This is the fear. It is the emotion here. A new emotional situation. Messages regarding relationships or social invitations. Great intuitive insights. Like I just said, you either just need to purge it out or just be brave enough to offer an invitation. Start initiation. Okay. Don't leave it too long. Page of Cups. Let's look at the outcome. 3 of Swords. This is like them clouds are really, he really is tangled up here. He's got they're all snakes. The green will be the one directly wrapping its way around his heart. Straight in the middle there. That's silver. That's not really tarnished. I want to say that's true love when you pull out that sword. But the other 2 are blue, which makes me feel the throat chakra. You both just need to talk. It's about the lovers. What's toxic is actually the lack of communication in the physical. Once both initiate conversation, I feel it's the Divine Masculine to initiate. He's running out of time. The Divine Feminine will respond. And then it's just kind of let the conversation commence. But that looks like it's the only thing that's actually going to heal this. The Divine Masculine has to take the swords out of his own heart. And it's that middle one. So that snake's looking here. The Kundalini's been coming up as well. So the Koyalin. Looks like that's maybe come from the base chakra. It's made its way all the way up, okay, to the crown chakra. That snake, the Kundalini rising with the resurrection. Okay. 8 of Summer. The Divine Feminine looks like she might be packing up and going somewhere. Divine Masculine. There's definitely an element of time here that's on your hands. The desire for a more meaningful life. Realising that it's time to move on and choosing to make major life changes. There is a feminine on here. And this is your fear. You could lose this. Lose your star. Oh, we get another one. Okay. There you are. Got another card underneath as well. Got the King of Summer. There he is. Behind the scenes. Honourable, devoted, mature, warm-hearted, really needed at this time, especially between divine counterparts. A romantic partner you can trust. Excellent advice that comes from the heart. getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavour. Well, that would be the Ten of Pentacles, won't it? Okay. Excellent advice that comes from the heart. You need to remove them swords from the heart. All that pain. What's underneath? So the Eight of Summer, Divine Feminine. She's off to the Two of Cups, her legacy. Okay, found herself. And now that she's looking for this more meaningful life, the desire for a more meaningful life, realising that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. And here you are, King of Summer. Still maybe attached to the old life. You have to detach from that. What's underneath them? This is the outcome. Wow, Divine Feminine. Queen of Spring. Queen of Wands. She's brilliant, loyal, talented and friendly. The Divine Feminine, believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you maintain a balance between work and home life. But she's kind of perfect then, isn't she? She can see the future, the vision. She's going. What's she pointing at? Looks like she's pointing at her side there. It's like she can see really out of the corner of her eye. So she's not silly. She can kind of see what's going on around her. Okay. She's just brilliant. Wow, what a reading. Bottom of the deck. So we have the Three of Pentacles. It's time to stop being so soft, Divine Masculine. It's like there's all these pentacles here, but you in your King of Cups energy. Love. Okay. So it's time now to focus. Working in partnership with like-minded people. Bottom of the fairies is the Two of Spring. Two of Spring speaks about going off to Avalon. What's in Avalon? All the Divine Feminines that are going to help the Divine Masculine to heal before their resurrection. A bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. Definitely needs to be this healing though. It has to take place at some point physically. It has to come into the physical to heal. Archangels. Knight of Raphael. Knight of Cups. Romantic, dramatic, poetic and introspective. It's very quiet at the minute. Committed. We'll talk about that commitment. Committed romantic relationships. Being swept off your feet. Sensations or topics that make your heart flutter. Okay. It's all a bit too much, isn't it? What's that card? Leap of Faith. Archangel Metatron. Believe in yourself. Listen to your heart. And do what gives you joy. Divine Masculine. One man and his dog. Man's best friend. Dog. God. Got to look at both sides. The dogs were out there having a good nip, weren't they? Chatter. Or one dog making a lot of noise. Let's have a look at what the romance angels want to say. Oh, you don't need to be squeaky clean. None of us are squeaky clean. We all need to polish up our acts in some area. Nobody's perfect. Okay. I can feel you. It says, stay optimistic about your love life. Look, the Divine Feminine, you're hiding, and the Divine Feminine absolutely, adores you. She honours you. She wants to spoil you, look after you, and create this beautiful environment for you to feel comfortable and safe in. But it's like you're still hiding yourself. It's like you're a bronze statue here. It's like you're covering yourself. as your Divine Feminine is trying to give you gifts. It's like she's not bothered. How are you going to accept her gift if you're covering up like a statue? Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. The Divine Feminine is in her star energy. She's looking to the future with hope and optimism. That will bring her romance. Are you doing the same, Divine Masculine? Or are you still hiding behind your insecurities of love and getting close? Commitment. Okay, let's have another one. Or two. Timing is of the essence. I feel like I'm being a little bit, but it's important, obviously. True love, it's important. This is the romance of a lifetime. There's a legacy here, guys. There's a windfall, especially as we have the Ace of Swords and we've got the swords on the table. There's a windfall of abundance coming in when you do the right thing for the right reason and you do it for love. You're going to be rewarded. The Divine Feminine is going to be rewarded. You do know that. But if you're not doing the right thing for the right reason, you won't be part of that equation. This could be the one. Stop doubting it. Could this be the one? It says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. Bottom of the deck, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. These feelings are real and worth exploring this lifetime. And when you feel that maybe you might be a bit short on time, it's quite important then, isn't it? Let's have a look at what the Oracle of the Fairies would like to say. Like, because on the Divine Feminine side, time's not an issue. It's like, it's all in divine timing. That's how you see it on the positive side of things. But if you're in this unfounded fear, your worry is unnecessary. It just depends what side you're standing on and what side you're looking at it from. Let's have a look at what the Oracle of the Fairies want to say. Abundance. It's all over this fucking spread. It's front cover. It's what it was all about. All that story. It's like a story that you're going to tell. How you got to this. To receive the divine abundance, this divine love. People are going to want to hear this story. They always like the rags to riches story. They're the best. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have in fairyland and human land and Candyland. In fairyland and human lands, there is enough abundance for everyone. Coming in. It's going to be nice. You can't say to me that you're always nice. You're not. Sorry. Okay? It's not the truth, is it? I don't just bite you. I try and have tolerance with you. You're getting tired at snapping at me now. For no reason. I just keep giving you love, don't I? Doesn't work. The arrival of this fairy tells you that abundance is on the way. Perhaps you'll receive an unexpected gift or cash windfall. It could also be a spiritual gift. Whichever form it takes, you just have to make sure that you're ready for it. Make sure you're in a place of receptivity, that you believe and know you're worthy to receive any abundance. Work on this if you feel it could be an issue for you. We tapped into the issue. I think it might be. By feeling truly worthy, we can be receptive to the flow and blessings of abundance in our lives. If you feel unworthy, ask yourself why and be honest in your answer, for this is the key to the door of abundance from the universe, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. So if you feel unworthy, ask yourself why and be honest in your answer, for this is the key to the door of abundance from the universe, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Often feelings of unworthiness can stem from childhood, and facing these feelings can sometimes be challenging and painful. Talking your feelings through with a trusted friend or a professional counsellor could reap many rewards, shifting any negative views of yourself and of your worthiness to receive. Self-worth is key here. Now, I spoke about how the Divine Masculine just really wants to speak to the Divine Feminine. Okay, that's his trusted friend and counsellor. The Fairy of Abundance says there's enough abundance in the universe for everyone, and you have just as much right to it as anyone else. So prepare yourself for incoming abundance and enjoy. You get out of this scarcity mindset. It's coming in. There's an abundance of abundance out there, seeing as most are not claiming it. They're claiming the other side of the coin. The loss, the worry, the fear. You know, them scales need to be balanced out. The universe needs to balance out them scales. I'm going to be in line for the abundance that others aren't prepared to believe in and take. We can do with that. We know how to put that in for the collective. They're the people that's going to receive, the ones that believe. Okay, in the good, in the abundance. Ones that know about the balance of giving and receiving. How them scales divinely need to be balanced. Where's all the abundance when there's so much lack? Wow. Who's it coming to? I told you it's been reserved. They're not silly. They're not going to give it to the wrong people, are they? They're sifting at the moment. Some people have choices to make. What side of the fence? Woo! Okay. Journey of love. Let's do it. I feel like I maybe want to get a Heal Yourself card. Let's do that first. You're still purring, Jess, though. You keep coming back as well. Can't be that torturous. Wow. Okay. Card number 14, Soulmate. And there it is. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. The soulmate card in here is going to refer to, sorry guys, the divine counterparts, okay? Divine masculine, divine feminine. Open your heart and invite sacred love. Your soulmate is not far from you. To connect with them, you need to open your heart. Call them in and have patience. So this detachment here from all things, beings, material items. When all attachments are released, you can no longer be manipulated emotionally. This is knowing that we've been touching on this, the feminine, feeling the divine masculine with her. It's his soppy love here. It's like I feel like he quite enjoys doing it energetically and not in the physical, but he's craving too much now for this. He knows it's the next move. Okay, it's like he's had so much practice doing this energetically. So open your heart and invite sacred love. Your soulmate is not far from you. To connect with them, you need to open your heart, call them in, and have patience. If you are not ready to accept your soulmate, keep working on self-love. You will be drawn to your soulmate like a magnet and feel an immense sense of familiarity, like you have known them before. Your capacity to love will increase dramatically and you will experience higher states of consciousness. No one can touch your heart in the same way that a soulmate can. It is important to note that your soulmate will not necessarily be your partner. He or she may come in a completely different form than you have imagined, but they will offer you incredible wisdom, growth, and expansion. Be aware that we connect with our soulmates when we are ready to truly evolve and move to the next level of consciousness and life experience. We attract them into our lives when we need to open our hearts fully and learn about unconditional love. Now, the interesting thing here is that it's important to note that your soulmate will not necessarily be your partner. And I'm saying that there's a choice that needs to be made here. Okay, be aware that we connect with our soulmates when we are ready to truly evolve and move to the next level of consciousness and life experience. And it really is all dependent on the Divine Feminine's going. She will be matched, okay, with a Divine counterpart. But it's whether or not the Divine Masculine's actually really ready to evolve and to move on to the next level of consciousness and life experience. We attract them into our lives when we need to open our hearts fully and learn about unconditional love. Okay, here's the action. Take some slow, deep breaths. Connect to your heart. Imagine calling your soulmate towards you. You don't have to know what they look like. Just feel the openness in your heart and allow yourself to connect to their heart. Imagine that there is a gold cord attaching you to them, with beautiful loving energy flowing between you. Know that you are supported and will soon meet each other in the physical reality. Keep working on opening your heart and enjoying your life. Keep working on opening your heart and enjoying your life, even through these challenging times. Let's get a journey of love. Timing is of the essence. Well, well, well. Who would have thought that the Divine would have thrown this spanner in the works? Now what you're going to do? No one's promised tomorrow. Was it worth it? It's a beautiful opportunity for a clean slate. Okay, here's the card. Ethereal touch. I believe that's how you say it. I looked it last time. I looked it up. Ethereal touch. Ethereal. Ethereal. Let's just go with it. 27. Spirit is present in your very touch at this time, and you are having an impact on the world around you, particularly your close relationships, in ways that are far more profound than may be immediately obvious. The touch of your soul is ethereal, spiritual, of light and sound. It moves the heart and opens pathways of possibility through love, faith and trust that would otherwise be impossible to access. Trust in the presence of the Divine in your touch, physical and spiritual. Your healing presence is making waves of love rise and stir in this world, and the Divine lives and breathes through you, beloved. Remember that though the sacred temple of your body gifts you with hands through which to hold and give, it is the soul within the flesh that renders touch a sacred healing. This oracle guides you to accept and embrace your healing abilities and to trust that you can feel your way through life by opening your hands to receive and taking hold of the opportunities that are presented to you. You are meant to touch the world with your spirit. Okay, let's read this poem. In a world of no conscious... Doesn't say that. In a world of no consciousness. That's not true, is it? In a world of no coincidences and no mistakes, you were heaven sent. I thank God for the opportunity to know you, to experience your kindness, your generosity, and most of all, our love. How long I have waited to open my heart, to bare my soul, to let my power comfort and my arms hold to let my wisdom counsel and my love awaken. While this is only the beginning, when I look in your eyes, I know. Oh, that's lovely. Okay. Right, guys, let's leave it there. 1 hour and 5 minutes, 15 seconds. Okay, have yourself a fantastic Wednesday, and I'll catch up with you soon. Okay, take care. Much love. Bye for now.